Much for joining me in this video, everyone. So in this video, we will talk about AI agents. We will cover a basic AI agent, and then we will check how can we add memory to an AI agent so that it can remember the history messages or history conversation or past messages. Okay, so there are two types of memories which you can add to an AI agent. One is a temporary memory and the other one is a permanent memory. So how temporary memory works and what exactly is permanent memory, how you can integrate permanent memory to an AI agent, that is what we will cover in this video. Okay, and if you want to know about AI agents before diving into this memory concept we will cover in this video, I would request you to go through this video which I shot a couple of days back, in which I covered almost everything related to agentic AI, what exactly AI agents are, how they work, right, and all that thing. So as you can see, I've created a folder here with name simple AI agent. This is one of my servers, and then there are some folders we have created inside this parent directory. So it's the Flask application with the help of which I'm going to explain the complete concept of memory. It's the Flask application with the help of which I'm going to explain to you the complete concept of AI agent memory in this video. There is this templates name folder, okay, and this index.html file has this complete code here. So it's a very simple code. This is how the template looks on the browser. Let me just type here something. So if I type borrow and do a send, automatically the text comes and sits over here. Right, so this is what the page is doing currently. There is no animation, nothing. All the styling part is there in the style.css file, which we have added here in this static folder. But because there is nothing in the backend, which is app.py, that is the reason these two are not connected, and we cannot see the styling part here in the browser. Okay, so at present, the only thing which we have is this template file. And what all things do we have in the template file when it comes to coding? Let me show that also to you. So we have a send button. On clicking the send button, this function gets triggered. And what this function does is it takes the input from this user input. Okay, and then it simply prints it over here. Okay, that is what the function is doing currently. Okay, now there is a route that we have created. You see this chat route. So basically what we have to do here in this app.py, we have to create a chat route through which we can take the messages coming from this user input, which this send button is sending, and then we can process it and we can give a response to this template which it can show over here. That is a complete thing which we will be doing first. Okay, so let's come in app.py, and here I'm going to import the libraries first which are required for creating the AI agent. So it's Flask, because it's a Flask application. So Flask is something which we have to import. Render template requires and just modify for JSON conversion. Okay, then is this OpenAI. So I've saved the OpenAI key in this environment variable here. Okay, you can also do the same. Then there is this load.env, with the help of which I'm going to load the environment variables in my code like this. Okay, so I hope this much is clear to every one of you. If you have any queries, please put them in the comment section below. Okay, so we have loaded the environment variables. Now the next thing that comes is creating the Flask application. So with the help of this, we can easily create it, app Flask and then underscore name underscore. Okay. Now the next thing that comes is creating the client, or creating the mind that we will be using for processing the messages which the front end will send to this backend. And that mind, if we have to create, we can simply create it like this. Okay, so client OpenAI, and then there is this API key which we are importing from the environment variable. Now this backend will simply use this client for processing each and every message which will come from the front end to it. Okay, then comes the home page. We have to create a route so that we can redirect the user to the home page. So for that, we'll simply create this slash route. Okay, and we'll render this template index.html in which this complete code of ours is present. Okay, now the next thing that comes is this chat route. Remember this chat route? Okay, it's time to create this chat route now. So it's going to be a post route for us. Let's define a function chat, and then let's get the user message first. So this is how we can get it. Why message has come here? Because here in this index, if you see, we are passing the message which the user is typing in the user input like this. Okay, so it will be there in the message named variable. That is the reason we have put message here inside this JSON. Okay, then comes the next thing, which is sending message to AI, sending this message to ChatGPT, right? I mean to this client. How will we do that? So it's very simple. We have this client here that we created. So we have this complete function chat.completions.create in which we will pass the model name that we want to use and the message. Okay, so message is in the user message. That is why we are passing this user message like this as a content, and that's it. Right, so after getting the message, you just have to pass it to this model, and then this model will process the message. Okay, now after the message will get processed by the model, the output will come and sit in this response named variable. We have to get the output now. Okay, so how will we do that? We'll simply extract the AI response using this code here. So response.choices 0.message.content. Okay, remember this, response.choices 0.message.content, because because it will be a list, right? So that is the reason we have used this index number here. Choices will be the name of the list, and then what exactly you want to pull from that 0 index. So I would like to pull message and inside message we have content. So I would like to pull that and save it in this AI response. That's what this complete code means. This is how you can extract the AI response, and finally we will return the response to the template so that the user can see it. This is how we can do it, right? And that's it. Let's run the application. So Python app.py. So this is how the application looks like right now. It's running on my browser. Let me type a message here. I'm Gaurav and I am a Python developer. Okay, let me send a message to the AI agent we have created. So this is the reply which we got from the AI agent. Okay, great to meet you. How can I assist you with your Python development today? Okay, let me ask this question. I don't have access to personal information about users, but I already gave him my name right in the beginning. Still, it is not able to tell my name. Which coding language? So it should tell Python ideally, but it says I don't have information about your expertise or background. Now, why it is responding with these type of answer? Can anyone tell me? Please put your answers in the comment section. So the people were saying that it's because the AI agent doesn't have any memory right now. They are absolutely correct, right? So the way we human beings have memory, right? We keep saving our past experience in our memory that we use for answering questions or for identifying people and all that stuff. Now, because this AI agent doesn't have any memory, that is the reason it is not able to answer these questions. Now let's add a memory to this AI agent. We will add a list first, an empty list, okay, which we will be using as a memory for this AI agent. So here we will store the user messages which we are getting from this command in the memory. How will we do that? We can simply use the append function of list, and we can save the messages like this using the append function into this memory list we have created. Okay, once we are done with adding the messages to the memory, the next thing that comes is create the memory context. Means you have to convert the things present in the memory into strings. Okay, now this string will be passed to this prompt here. We'll use prompt engineering, okay, just to tell the AI agent what exactly it has to do. Okay, so here as you can see, we are passing memory context as input. We are passing the user message also, the current user message as the input in this prompt. Now this prompt will be passed to this model here. And how will we do that? In place of user messages, we just have to write prompt, and that's it. Okay, now in this prompt, this complete thing will come: the current user message, the memory context, right? And then and last but not the least, we have to store the AI response also. So this is how we can store the AI response. Okay, we have to store it back into the memory. Remember this concept. Okay, and finally, besides returning the AI response, we will also have to return the things present in the memory. Okay, so that with this message here, in the second iteration or third iteration, okay, the things which are there in the memory can also come here to this function, and that also can be taken into consideration for processing the user input. Okay, let me save the changes, and now I'm going to run the code again. For this side, send. Okay, let me ask the same question which I asked earlier to this AI agent again. What is my name? See, it is able to answer the question. If you understood this concept, please do like and subscribe to the channel. So your name is Gaurav. How can I help you today? Yeah, right. It is able to understand the context of it. It is able to now respond to it with the correct answer. What is the language? I am a Python developer. Okay. I know other languages also, like .NET, Java, C++, etc. Fine. Now, what all languages do I know? Let me ask this question from the bot. So as you can see, it has answered the question correctly. What is my name? Let me ask this question again to the bot. See, your name is Gaurav. How can I assist you further today? Right. So it is able to remember everything now, whatever we are passing as an input to it. Okay. And based on that past history, it is able to answer all these types of questions correctly. So I've stopped the server now, and I'm going to rerun the server. Let me refresh the browser once. I've refreshed the browser, so everything is gone. Let me ask the question again. What is my name? I don't believe you've told me your name yet, but I did told my name to it. Right. Why it is not able to tell my name now after I restarted the server? Can anyone tell me? So the people were saying that it's the temporary memory concept we have used here. That is the reason it is not able to answer the question now. They are absolutely correct. So what is happening here? We have created a list, right? Which we have a list, an empty list here, which gets created only when the application starts. So every time the application starts, this memory is assigned with an empty list. Okay, and then all these things takes place after we starts asking the question. Now the moment we restarted the application, this memory became empty again, and that is the reason now when we are asking this question again to the bot, it's not able to answer it. What is the solution to this problem? So the solution to this problem is permanent memory. Replace the temporary memory with permanent memory. So now we are going to check out how can we add a permanent memory to this bot. So it's very simple. We can have a file or a database in which we can keep saving the conversation, right? And every time the bot restarts or every time the bot starts, it should always refer to that previously saved things in that document to answer the questions. Simply replace this line number 18, where we have initialized memory named variable with an empty list, with this variable memory file. So it's going to be a simple text file in which we will be putting all the past history conversations, right? And the AI agent, we would like the AI agent to refer to this text file before answering any question. Okay, so now let's create a memory file if it doesn't exist. Okay, and then what we can do, we can create a function with the help of which we can save the text into the memory file. So this is how we can do it, right? So we have used this open operation. We are going to perform it on the memory file, and after opening the file, we are going to simply use the append function for writing the text which the user will pass as an input to this memory file. After the text will get written, the next thing that we would like to have is something with the help of which we can load the file into the memory. So this is the function load memory, which we will be using for reading the file. So there is this memory file named variable which is present on the top with the help of which is initialized with this memory.text. If memory.text doesn't exist, so it will be created instantly the moment application will be started. Then there is the save memory function which will save the text passed as an input by the user through the front end into the memory, which is nothing but the memory.txt file. Then this is the function which will help the AI agent in reading the things present in the file. Okay, now let's move to this chat function, wherein we will have to make some more tweaks so that we can add the permanent memory we have created on the top to the AI agent. So this memory will be replaced with this memory file concept now. So here we are saying memory.append. We are appending the user messages to the memory. But now instead of appending it to the memory, we have to append it to this memory file. And for appending or adding the text to the memory file, the function that we have created is save memory. Okay. So now in place of this complete line, we can write save memory user message. So whatever the user message will be, which will come from the front end, it will now get saved through the save memory function into this memory.text file. The next thing that comes is this memory context. Here, if you can see, we've used memory. We will have to change this line also. Now you guys will have to tell me what exactly will come here. So you can put your answers in the comment section. Let me check who can answer it correctly. Okay, so time's up. As you can see here, we have used two functions, save memory and load memory. Load memory is something which is helping us in loading the memory, which means reading the content present in the memory file. So here if you see, we are doing the same thing. We are actually reading the content present in the memory, joining everything together and putting it in the memory context. The only thing which we have to do here is load memory. So the people who have written load memory in the comment section, they are the winners. You understood the concept. So here we are saving the memory. We are then loading the memory into the memory context. And after that, here in the prompt, we do not have to make any changes because we are using the same variable here also, memory context. Then comes this line, memory.append. Can you tell me what exactly will we replace this line with? So you guys are absolutely correct, because now we have this append function again here. We are going to make use of save memory, where we are using this append functionality. Okay, so we can simply replace it with save memory and that's it, right? And then the last thing we have to change is this line here. Again, we are referring to this memory thing, which has to be replaced by something. Now you guys will have to tell me what exactly shall I replace it with. People who have responded with load memory, you guys are absolutely correct. It will return two things as a response, AI response and the memory things. Okay, and that is the same thing which it will keep repeating. Fine. Now that we have integrated a permanent memory to the AI agent, let's run this again. There is nothing there in the memory right now. Memory.txt file has got created here, right? Right now I cannot see anything inside it. Let me close it. Okay, now let's come back on the application and type here something. Hi, I am Gaurav. Sending it. So I received, hi Gaurav, nice to see you again. How can I help you today? What is my name? Let me ask this now. So it is able to respond to this question with a correct answer. Right. Now coming back to this memory.txt, let me give it a refresh and let me open it again and see what is there inside this memory.txt. So we have all the conversations, right, which we have done till now with the bot. I've rerun the application. Now I'm going to give it a refresh. Okay, and I will ask the same question again. What is my name? Let me see if the AI agent can respond to it correctly or not. So yes, it has responded to it correctly. right? So that's the difference between temporary memory and permanent memory. I hope you guys have understood the concept of all the things which we have covered in this video. In case you have any doubts, anything you want to ask, anything, you have any questions in your mind, please feel free to put them in the comment section below. I would be happy to help you guys out with your queries. And please do not forget to like and share this video. That is it from my side in this lecture. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care and have a great day, guys.